Hello YouTube, I've just recently started collecting the INHUMANOIDS. If you haven't come across this toy line before, it's a pretty unusual one. So I'm just going to go through some of these. I haven't got anywhere near all of them, but this first guy is called Dr. Derek Bright. You can see this one's got an arm missing and also the helmet is missing. I'm not that keen on these guys when they haven't got their helmets on, they look like humans. I much prefer creatures or things that look really weird like robots. So when these guys have got their little helmets on, they look much better, I think. This next guy is called Liquidator. You can see he's got really weird, interesting legs. So I love the shape of this guy and also how brightly coloured he is. He's got this kind of big claw arm. I bought these 4 figures all together on eBay. You can see his little head here. Again, the helmet's missing, so I'm going to have to buy that separately. This guy, though, when it came with the set of 4, has his weapon and he's got his little helmet as well. So I was really pleased about that. Again, like this one is really brightly coloured, nice purples, lots of kind of gold features as well. This guy's called Augur. You can see here his head is bald, but like I say, most of the time I'm going to display these with the helmets on. The helmets are really quite hard to put on, they're really firm, which is probably a good thing to stop them from falling off all the time. Okay, the last figure here is called Herc Armstrong, this green guy. Again, this one came with his helmet, so that saves a lot of trouble trying to kind of keep looking on eBay and hope that a helmet comes up. When the helmets do come up, they're really quite expensive as well, so it's quite nice to buy the figures already with them. You can see he's got his little red thing on the end, but I think it's supposed to be a hook, so that might have snapped a little bit. But he's got the main arm feature, so quite pleased with that. And all together, they just make up a nice set of 4. So again, I apologise, it took me a while to get his helmet off because it's really quite tight on his head. And trying to do it one-handed while filming with the camera in the other hand was even trickier. But this is what this guy's head looks like. The human characters, like I say, they're not the main reason that I started collecting the Inhumanoids. It's because I really love creatures. It's the same with things like Star Wars. You know, the thing that appealed to me were all the little weird creatures in Star Wars, not so much the humans. Okay, so these are the reasons that I started collecting these Inhumanoids. We've got this little character here. He's called Red Sun, and he's a sort of light version. There are 3 of these. You can see they sort of telescope so they can get taller. Yeah, there are 3 different ones. This one quite often gets confused with the next one that I'll show you in a minute. But actually, when you compare them side by side, they are really quite different. I'll just show you the back of this as well so you can see. So it's like a little mutated tree trunk type thing. You can see it's got like this green plastic section on the top that allows light to come in, and that makes his eyes look like they're sort of glowing. It's quite a creepy effect. I quite like that. Okay, that's the little guy they call Red Sun. I'll show you the other guy that's called Red Lun. Like I say, it's exactly the same shape, but if you look at him side by side, you can see he's a lot darker. There are some features that I'm not sure if they've all got this or not, but you can see on this particular one, his tongue is painted red, all inside his mouth is very black, and he's got some kind of black painted stripes and features on him to make him even darker. Same green thing on the top to make his eyes glow. And like I say, overall exactly the same sort of thing. Telescopes, same shapes on all the bark texture and everything, but just, yeah, a lot darker. Right, next I want to show you a character called Magnacore. Now, he is a little bit different in that you can display him in 2 sections because there are 2 sections that kind of come together to create one figure. I'll show you this first section. So this shows the inside of him, if you like, which is like a molten kind of monster, lava kind of guy. Really brightly coloured, really stands out in the collection, and I really like this. If you look at the back of him, he's all just grey. Again, he's got the little green bit of plastic in the top to make his eyes glow, and that really works, really effective, even in this room, which isn't particularly bright. There's another section, like I say, to him, which is basically just like his back again, but it slots onto the front of him. So I'll just lay him down and get that section to show you. Here you go. So yeah, but it stands independently, which is what I really like, because you can display them next to each other. So here you go, it's really just like half a shell, but it's got little clips on the side, so you can put it over the top and clip it on, so it's nice and sturdy. It's just not easy to do with one hand. So that's like the figures that I've got so far. It's not all of them by any means. There's another figure called Grannock. He's a bit like another sort of rock type character. He reminds me a little bit of the Rock Lords. And then there's a similar character to him. He's grey, but the other one is a bit more sort of brownish colour, and he's called Granite. So I'll try and track him down at some point as well. And then there are like 3 really quite big figures. There's one called Decompose, which is like a sort of skeleton guy. There's a guy called Metlar, who is like a horned monster type thing, and one called Tendrill, which is basically like a sort of a big green plant thing. They are a lot bigger and really quite hard to find, I think, quite rare, but I'll look out for them as well. I was going to mention as well, those 2 trees, Red Sun and Redland, there is a third one, which is a grey figure, and that one's called Redwoods. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe to see anything that I post in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.